if you run Facebook ads and you have an ad that you don't have an ad that's a year at least a year older, especially in this age where ads are fatiguing faster than we used to have back in the day, and we constantly have to keep on refreshing ad creatives now and again. There are a few outliers, a few people who still have ads that have been going on for years. So I went into the Facebook ads library. So this is for you. I believe in something I like to call learning by exposure, just trusting your brain to pick up patterns from exposure, right? So we're gonna look at a couple of ads that are at least 2 years old, from 2024 going backwards. All right. So we can't really say whether they're profitable or not, but what we can learn is if the ad has low impressions, Facebook will tell you here. The thing has been running since May 2024, so it's 2 years, right? So we have to assume these guys have been running profitably. Right now, most of us have been affected by Andromeda, and we've had to pause old creatives and start new ones. These guys didn't have to, they're still running profitably. So what can we learn from these people? They're not perfect, but just hopefully as we go through this, we're gonna see things that stand out, perhaps that we could steal, lessons we could steal, lessons we could steal, lessons we could steal. All right, let's go. That's a little bit easier on my eyes. All right, so the first author, I was gone. MR. Let's see. Open a new tab. There's usually a way to see more ads from them. Again, the ad creative is usually, the image is usually 70-80% of the ad size. So I usually like to start my lessons from the image and then the ad copy later. Okay, so here let me do this image lessons from the image, from the ad image. Biggest lessons will come from there. And then first line. By there I have a 107 or 110 ads I curated and put on my commentary that has this part. So Roman, I have 100, I think 100 romance ads with commentary, and I put them up in a Canva thing with commentary, with arrows pointing to the first line, the image, why it works, why it doesn't, the CTA, so that when you're constantly looking at them, hopefully your brain picks up the patterns on how to make advertisements. So first line, and then I'm gonna write the tropes. I'm gonna write the tropes. I'm multitasking, that's why you see me going about in circles. That means my brain is blank. Alright, then bold, then freeze it. We used to do a lot of this in the cold email world. So it freeze this so that when you are in a row 100, you still get to see the original first row. No. What did I do? Reset that. All right, let's go. So image first. What genre is this? Just from the image, I'd say crime. Someone looking away from the camera. So I'm add strong mood. The mood comes on very strong in the image. So strong mood image, depending on genre, because it doesn't say anything else about the book. Just someone looking into a window. It's not romance. I'm sure it's not romance. Rain, dark, and all that, right? So image is purely based on mood. There is contrast, Black and Nini. Black and Nini is a Swahili word for this or anything, I think. So my brain constantly goes back to Swahili. So I'd say contrast, even the yellow and the dark. What else? Direction. It's pointing us towards this and this. So strong mood, strong contrast, contrast. Image points towards a story or character. Points eyes, not just points. So if you're telling your designer to do your images, you're telling them, okay, give me something that when someone so you assume, okay, the eye first lands here, so give me a design that helps that guides the person who's doing the ad from here to wherever you want. All right, it's not really much here. That's the surprising bit about this image. It's simple, but it seems to be doing lots. Okay, his first line is stocked their homes. Okay, now the image is simple, but it plays really well with the first line, because I'm assuming on the feed, this is the section that's visible before someone has to press read more, right? So he stocked their homes. He's he's he slaughtered their families, but he let the mothers live. Whoo, boy! Now lessons from the first line: strong emotion, uh, tropes are descriptive. Just what I'm trying to describe here. The trope tells you what the whole story is about: killing, breaking in, leaving mothers alone. There's what am I looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. It will come to me. Uh, it will come to me. Mm-hmm. But he let the mothers leave. This is an opening of the loop in your brain. He stalked their homes. Oh my! He slaughtered their families. Close loop. Someone stalks someone's homes, slaughters family, but he lets the mothers live. Open loop. So open loop at the end of the first line to get them to click open more. Open loop at the end of first line. Also, first line collaborates with the image to tell a story. They are connected, right? Let me do this. Let me put this in a separate tab so that switching is seamless for me. All right. That's all from the first line. Discover, let's go on. Discover the dark and disturbing new crime series that has been thrilling readers all around the world with book one, The Family Man. So that's basically simple. Just tells you the genre. Be explicit about the genre. The genre. You see these words, those are genre keywords. Dark, disturbing. For the right reader, this is the type of book they would love to read, especially paired these two words. I don't read this genre because it's a bit, for me, was slaughtered and disturbing and dark. For the right reader, catnip. So, be explicit about the genre, but I'll have to add a bit more context about the genre. And then I'm using this, I don't know if you can see, pipe. Shift plus and then press. What's this button? It's not a slash button. The opposite of a slash button, it goes this direction. The slash goes this direction. It's a pipe in programming. I use this to separate keywords in my spreadsheet. Be explicit about the genre, and use heavy single genre defining keywords. So cute is a genre defining keyword for cozy mystery. What's a genre defining keyword for romance? Angst, I think that's for dark romance, right? Small genre. Use heavy genre single genre defining. I'm writing things that don't make sense because I'm talking at the same time. You use, e.g., for example, angst means lots to romance readers, and cute means peaceful, safe for cozy mystery. Or what other romance genres are similar to cozy mysteries that would use the word cute? Romantic comedy? All right. Available on Kindle. This ad is very simple compared to what's in my head usually. So it's very interesting to see that it's been running for this long. Also, it signals, it tells you it is very overt in who it wants. Amazon in high contrast yellow, available at Amazon and on Kindle Unlimited. They're almost marketing Amazon. The link goes to Amazon. So, also, be explicit about the target audience, e.g., Kindle Unlimited readers. So if you are looking for readers who love special editions, that means you would need, you could use the word special editions for lovers of special editions, or for collectors, things like that. Those trigger words that tells Facebook what types of readers really would enjoy that to see that ad. And it also signals to the reader when they see it on their feed, this is for me because I'm a collector, so I love this type. It's not just a book. This is something I would love to have. So be explicit about the target audience, e.g., using the term Kindle Unlimited in the image, or for collectors slash for special edition fans. All right, I think we have enough. I need a drink. There gotta be something. Okay, the lower third, Amazon, that's the in capital letters. On Facebook, you can actually, so this is intentional. It looks random, but it's not. On Facebook, you can actually have the actual link and the display link on when you're doing Facebook ads. So this guy chose specifically to have the display link in all caps. It stands out and lets the, is this the headline? Yes, the headline stand out too. There's contrast. So for someone who's not, where is it? This is the wrong. This is the wrong spreadsheet. This is the wrong spreadsheet. All right, here you go. Customize the link display to create contrast against the headline, e.g., making it all caps. If you've not done a Facebook ad before, probably won't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that. But go and create your first ad. You'll know. You will see what I mean. I got what you need. What you need. Okay. This is not the headline. Is it the headline? Yes, this is the headline. Would give it 10 stars. It doesn't allow me to highlight it. Would give it 10 stars if I could. Absolutely. Alright. Brilliant. So, what I love about this thing, it does not really summarize what the story is about. So, it's simple, okay? The Family Man, a gripping serial killer thriller. Okay, now it's very overt about the genre this book is about. This book covers. The Family Man, a gripping, strong action action verbs rather. A gripping serial killer thriller. Genre keywords. I think we mentioned that tropes are descriptive. Use genre keywords in the headline, e.g., serial killer thriller. DCI, even this word DCI X, DCI Y, DCI, DCI J, that signals to the right reader that this is the book for them. Okay, it's fairly simple. So very interesting that it's been running. Let's see. How is the blurb? I usually like to open no. Let me not. Let me search for it so that I don't cost him. I don't interfere with his data. What's the Family Man book 1? John Drake book 1. John Drake book 1. Amazon. Ooh. No. Family Man. I want to see how the blurb compares to this. Because the ad is simple. Someone does something despicable. He does not talk about the detective trying to capture this guy. He just tells you this guy does this, a weird crime. It actually creates a gap in your mind that you want to do. So this is an ad where if you see it there and you read this genre and you click away from it without going in, you can actually start thinking about it days later. Why does this guy leave the mothers after killing the whole family? I hope I'm not blocked by whatever this video will run for saying slaughtered and killed. But why would why would someone break into a house and off the family and leave the mothers? I want to know. So you go ahead and read it. That's a gap. There's a video I've done about gap selling, using gap selling techniques. It's a sales technique in your copy. Let's see. So another family dead, the mother broken but alive. It's happening again, but how? So this is the premise. Actually, the premise is strong. A guy keeps on killing families and leaving mothers. Okay. So actually, the first line of the blurb reinforces the blurb after clicking on ad. The first line, not first line actually, the first sentence of blurb reinforces what was I saying? Reinforces the premise set in the ad copy. So there's a match between it reinforces whatever gap was in your mind, it restates it, which is an interesting thing. So it's just, and then it builds. Let's see, does it build on it? Where is the link I'm looking for? Where is the link I'm looking for? Okay, the family man died 20 years ago. Cheating DCI. Okay, now the detective, the protagonist, is introduced. Cheating DCI John Drake of the chance to bring him to justice, but when a mother is found with her entire family brutally murdered at an isolated house in Yorkshire, the grim discovery bears all the hallmarks of the dead serial killer's work. The beauty about crime as a genre, especially with the blurb and the ad, there is a natural gap created because you want to know who did X and why did they do X. And for if you're doing a genre that's not as explicit in the gap that's created in your customer's mind, like cosmistry too, you could argue, you need to be really intentional about creating that gap in your copy, a loop that makes the reader ask why or how. Anyway, haunted by what he'd witnessed during the original investigation, Drake knows his experience makes him the obvious choice to head specialist team investigating these latest killings. But as the deaths move, blah 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 blah. Are these is opening another loop? Are these latest murders the work of a copycat, or 20 years ago did Drake make the biggest mistake of his career? Again, another loop, another gap. What mistake? What did Drake do 20 years ago? The beauty of backstory, you know, it makes the world real, and it makes someone, if someone excuse me, if someone clicks away now, there is loss. The loss from not knowing, number one, Drake's life. What mistake did he do? Why this killer did killed whoever he killed and left whoever he left. Okay, perfect for fans of comp authors. All right, review a little bit of social proof. How many reviews does it have? Ooh, 1,000, man. Book 1 of 3. All right, I like that. I like that. I like these lessons. I'm tired actually. You've just done one, but I'm feeling like I've been working 1,000 years. Okay, let's do another one. No, I see you on the next video. See you on the next video. Let me save this link. See you at the crossroad. See you at the crossroad. Links to continue. See you at the crossroad. No, 2-year-old ads. 2-year-old ads. Links. Alright. If you want this spreadsheet to use as a template, drop me a line. I'll DM. I will DM. See you later.